Oh my God, I just totally got catfished. He looks absolutely nothing like his picture.
So I found out the guy that I've been dating is married with kids. His wife just reached out to me.
Welcome to the meat market. The single scene is a slaughterhouse and we are here to devour it. We are your hosts. I'm Lyndsie.
I'm Jess.
And today's sizzling single is Cassie. Welcome.
Hi.
So you've been engaged, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5, 6 times you've been engaged.
I've been asked.
Oh, you've been asked.
Yeah,
okay, and how many times did you say yes?
3.
3?
Yeah, so you have a 50-50 chance. Like, yes, no, there's 2 options.
So have you walked down the aisle?
Once.
Once, okay.
Yeah. That took therapy.
Did you keep all the rings?
No.
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 Did you keep any of the rings?
Only the one that was
That
like
you got married.
Yeah, and he refused to take it back. So I was still gonna do like the honorable thing and give it back, but he's like, "No, you endured enough of me." So
This is your consolation prize.
Yeah.
Keep the diamond.
yeah, he's like pawn it or something. Like he just didn't want to have any memories.
That's
so.
funny.
So how do you say no when someone proposes? That would, because I'm too nice. I'd probably say yes out of guilt.
You would.
I would.
Honestly, I think it's just like it was this terrifying impending fear of my life being tied to theirs for so long. I was like, oh my God, we don't even like each other. Like I would just start listing all the reasons we were wrong for each other. So then,
Smart.
yeah, and that's
Do you regret saying no to any of them?
one, but
Is he the one who got away?
he still had problems. Like, it was still not perfect, but it was like out of the 3, that was the most mentally stable out of them. So like
That's
maybe.
funny. Were they all like official proposals? Like got down on one knee,
No.
did the big thing?
One was in a Tiffany's. So we
Ooh.
went to Tiffany's. The whole store was shut down.
What?
Yeah.
And you said no?
This man was a severe alcoholic and mentally deranged, and he already
boy.
had 4 kids. Like it was just
boy.
like.
How did it get that far though? How did you get into the jewelry store?
Okay, so he said it was just like for Mother's Day, and we were gonna go look for some earrings.
So he bamboozled you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we're in Tiffany's, and he's like, "We'll pick out the one you want." And I was
How
like,
awkward.
"The earrings? We're gonna." So I'm like looking at the earrings, thinking I'm getting a pair of earrings. Still confused why we're in Tiffany's. I'm like, we could have gone anywhere else. It didn't matter. But then he's like, "Well, no, I wanted you to pick something out from here," and I'm like,
The engagement ring section?
Wow. How awkward.
I was like, we're not even dating. Like I didn't even know we were dating. Like I'm confused here. What's going on? So yeah,
So how long did your marriage last?
only a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it you or him that wanted to go separate ways?
So first it was him. He was like, I just don't think this is gonna work. And I was like, cool, fine. So I moved out the very next week. And he freaked out afterwards because he realized like all the things I did. We had 2 dogs. I had my little girl, but like I kind of ran the house and made sure like, I did girl stuff for the house. And he's like, oh, I'm realizing how much it costs for a dog sitter. I'm realizing how much it costs to like get the house clean. I'm realizing all the small things you did. And I'm like, well, until you figure out like the alcohol isn't this bad. Like I really just don't see us being a good spot. And then he freaked out and he's like, well, then I just don't want to do this at all. And I was like, well, okay. And then he sold the dog and sold the house. He sold my dog, I know.
Sold
Yes.
the dog?
Yeah, it was a English cream golden retriever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute.
It was the cutest little puppy.
So you're a teacher. Thank you for all you do. I know teachers work so hard and don't get paid jack. So thank you. What grade do you teach?
So last year I got to have seniors, and I had them for 2 years. So I had them as juniors and seniors. And I teach at a school where like athletics is a big part of it. So I had a lot of the athletes, and it was really, really, honestly, I was so spoiled last year. Next year, this coming in 2 weeks, I have just sophomores, and it's like my least favorite grade. Yes.
Why?
Honestly, sophomore slump is real. Like
Really?
that is the grade statistically where most kids drop out. If you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
10th grade is like that breaking point and that like real life decision of
It's crazy to me how parents allow kids to drop out of high school,
know.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, my parents would have never allowed that. You're living under my roof. You live by my rules.
If I were a teacher, I think high school would be, I think that would be my least interest.
Well, and they're so big nowadays. The
teach.
students are huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're kind of
I-
intimidating.
I had one who was 6'5". He's
Oh my
playing for the
gosh.
Jayhawks now.
Dang.
Wow.
So like big old boys. Big
Yeah.
old boys. But like still kids. Like we're playing games online for like a review game and they get mad at each other because one of them got the parrot and they all wanted the parrot. And I'm like, y'all are like 18 and we're fighting over a parrot, but okay,
like the body's full grown, but the brain is not developed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like
you're
it doesn't match.
it's so
That's funny.
It's so like I have to remind myself, like, even though we'll give a different name, Johnny is, 6'5" and 280 pounds, he still has,
Have you had
12-year-old's brain.
any students say anything inappropriate to you?
Students.
Sorry. Any students
Oh, bless it.
say anything inappropriate to you or
Oh.
act inappropriate?
I usually shut it down pretty quickly, and the older I've gotten, like, the more scared they are. So I'll have kids that don't even want to speak to me. So I think that's pretty fun. Like, I'll be like, okay, well, you do need to respond. He's like, I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, no, but it's gotten less and less. But like when I was really first starting off, like the boldness.
Because you're super cute. I can imagine a lot of them
Thank you.
think they can, be a little cheeky and naughty with you.
Oh no, they have. And then I've said some clapbacks that, thank God,
You put them in their place.
Yeah.
Quick. Good.
Yeah, no.
What about parents? Have any parents asked you out?
I think one did, like, but I didn't understand that he was. Because he's like, well, here's my personal email. Here's another. Like, he gave me, like, his phone number, email. He just gave me 4 different ways.
number.
Yes. Like, I was like, 143. What's going on?
Like, this
But
is how you reach me if you'd like to send me a smoke signal.
Yes. And it didn't clock.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, is this kid really bad? And the kid was really, really quiet. I mean, he wasn't, like, the smart, NASA wasn't going to take him on anytime soon. But he wasn't bad, so I was really confused, but I think that's the closest.
Yeah. We had a teacher on previously, and she had said that statistically, teachers, it's the number one profession where people cheat. Do you agree with that? Or do a lot of teachers?
Do they intermingle where you teach? Like, is there a lot of like inter-staff dating and sleeping together? And
Well, I mean, at a previous school, there was one affair that ended up in a marriage.
oh, interesting.
Yes. And then I was seeing a coworker at one point,
Okay.
but he was a lot younger, and I think I broke his brain. I think I did.
He was another teacher.
Yeah, he's no longer. He's
What subject did he teach?
a science teacher.
Science
Ooh,
teacher.
lots of
Okay.
chemistry there.
Yeah.
Sparks are flying.
Yeah, no, apparently not. Apparently
What would
not.
if you were to date a teacher, what would you prefer that his grade be that he teach?
Maybe PE.
I was going to say PE. It's so funny because it just reminds me of her uncle teaches PE, or he did.
really?
He's
Yes.
retired now, but he was a PE teacher. But I think I would date the PE teacher also.
They always seem so fun and
they're typically
energetic.
athletic.
Yeah, it's because they don't have to make lesson plans. Though.
And
Like they are
yes.
not. They're not grading.
No, that's what I would tell her uncle all the time. I'd be like, you have the greatest life hack because it's like you are getting paid to teach, but you essentially don't have to do any of the work that the teachers do,
true.
but you still get the great benefits. You get the retirement, you get all of this, and now he's retired and he has these like great retirement benefits,
Yeah.
and he never had to write a single lesson plan because he was the PE teacher.
Oh no, it was so annoying. We worked at the same school for 2 years. I did middle school, and that is for like insane people. If you want to really find some people, middle school teachers. He did middle school for 27 years, and I was like, Jesus, this is not for me. Like, but he would come by and just like hang out in my classroom sometimes, and I'm like, don't you have something to do?
No papers to grade, no lesson plans to write, no nothing.
No, I'm just kind of chilling. Just kind of chilling. And I'm like fighting for my life in that class every 2 seconds.
That's
like
funny.
telling a kid not to make a shiv out of a plastic fork.
God.
Like, no, it was
so funny.
I was so jealous, but we do have a family of like 16 teachers. If you all didn't, yeah, it's the family business.
Isn't there a story in the news? There's a female teacher that was having inappropriate relations with one of her students. Did you hear that? And she's in court now, but her husband's standing by her. But in one of the voicemails, she had left the student. It's like, hey, we're going to take all my husband's money. Did you hear this story in the news? And like in the voicemail, she's like planning on screwing over her husband and enjoying the life with the student. And the husband heard this, but he's still sticking by her.
Interesting.
You haven't seen that in the news?
No, I have not.
She must have a really good retirement.
She might, right?
Because you hear that all the time in the news, these females. You see females with male students more than you see males with females, right?
And my thought process to that is like, where is he going to take you? Like, where are you guys going on dates? Like, is mom picking you up in the minivan? Like, what? Right? Come on.
Yeah. That's the thing. I have a client who is constantly telling me, he's like, I want to come on your podcast. I want to come on your podcast. I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. And I'm like, bro, you're 18. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you can't even take a girl out for a drink yet. Like, no,
at least he's
I'm
of age.
not. I know. I'm like, I'm not setting you up on a date with somebody. You can't even take a girl out for a drink. Like, no, it's not happening.
It's just weird to me that these women find these kids like, what's attractive? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want a man? Like,
yeah, it's gross.
Yeah. Anyways, so tell us about some of the bad dates you've gone on. I've heard you've had some pretty bad ones.
I mean, it's just a plethora. The latest one. So I tell my uncle, I'm like, I think I'm going to do the podcast. Do you think someone will actually want me in a month, though? Like, what if I actually start dating someone? And then we both laughed at each other, and he's like, yeah, no. And I was like, okay, my dreams were high. So I go on this date, like, with low. I was like, this is probably not going to turn out well anyway, right? It may have been my mindset going into the date. But then I got to the date, and he was a recovering addict. Didn't know that. From heroin.
Oh God.
So you're like
a big one.
Already in this situation where you're like, okay, this is gonna go great. Like, does he even have money to pay for this date? Like, you're slowly traumatizing yourself. And he just keeps telling me more and more, and it's getting more and more interesting, because then I find out he was a felon. He just did 6 years and got out a couple years ago. Yes.
How did you find this out? Did he tell you?
Flags.
Yeah, but before then, he was like, I'm a personal trainer. Now this is like, I'm terrified of personal trainers now. I'm like, are you? But he's a personal trainer, supposedly, and he like does kayaking and some other stuff. I don't know. It sounded interesting. And I was like, okay, like we all have weird past, and you found yourself, and he's around my age. So I was like, this is age appropriate. So after dating your almost coworker sort of thing who's a decade younger than you, you're like, maybe I need to recalibrate. Well, then it gets a little weirder, because he's sober and recovering, so he doesn't drink alcohol at all. So he wants to drink like non-alcoholic beer. So we have to go to a different spot after dinner to drink a non-alcoholic beer. So he gets one, and I get my usual drink, a mezcal, because I'm a broken soul. And then he wants me to pay for it, and I was really confused, because he wanted to go get the other drink, but he's like, well, mine only costs $4.
Oh my God, really?
And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that we were just going out to be friends. If you would have told me, I would have prepared better. I apologize. And he flips out on me. And so I start apologizing, because I'm confused, and I'm like, well, I've always been taught, like, men, that's just kind of my experience that I have, is that men provide. If you're the one asking on the date, you are the one paying. So if you're the one asking to go here, you're going to be the one paying. So if I ask you, it means I have the intention of paying. That's what kind of the family rule has always been, and kind of the dynamic I've worked in. And he kind of freaked out. Well, then after that, he's like, we go on this loop-de-loop. I think I was gaslit. Like, now I realize it now, but it was confusing. And then he starts trying to make out with me on the corner in Tempe. And I was like, I guess this is normal. So I'm like trying to be okay with it and trying to like regulate. Well, then afterwards he's like, would you like to like continue to see me? I was like, I think. Like, I'm still confused about what's all happened. But then he's like, by the way, as we're driving to his place, he's like, by the way, I have 5 roommates.
What?
What?
Is he still living in the halfway house?
Yeah, like that was what I was thinking. No, so then I'm like, wait, do I ask if it's a halfway house? Is it not a halfway house? Like, so I go in there to use the restroom, and then the bar stools are on top of the cabinet, and I'm like, this has got to be a halfway. Like, this is like they were in for their inspection or something. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta go. It's just not gonna. No, I'm good. I'm good. Like,
So it was a house in Tempe.
it was a house in Mesa. So I was in the middle of Mesa, in the middle of nowhere. Like,
So it legitimately was a halfway house.
I guess I have no clue. I have no clue.
Like I just got out of there as fast as I could.
But at this point, I'm like, man, what? Why is this? What am I attracting here? What energy am I bringing out? But this is like online dating. And that's where I was like, you know what? We're cold turkeying this. We can't do this because I'm going to end up with another.
Are you still on the apps?
Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell
Did you have any good experiences at all?
Yes, but like after 3 dates, he ghosted me. This was like 2 years ago. And I was so sad. I was so confused.
That's so rude when people do that.
Well, like after 3 dates, I'm like, I would at least like to have known what was going on, you know.
At least say, hey, you know, I had a great time, but it's just not going to work out. Or I met someone.
Yeah, it's just like anything, right? So instead, I'm like left with the emotional burden of having to send out it was great getting to know you, but I really would appreciate it if you would have told me otherwise how things would have ended. So blah, blah. You know, like.
Did you say that?
Oh, yeah, I always send my goodbye text, my best wishes.
And did he respond?
No.
You're having a nice life.
But mine is like so professional. Like I'm always like, I'm still hoping for your greatest good. I just would really encourage you to maybe be more forthright and like about the way you feel if you're not interested about someone. I think that's very like kind, and I would really encourage you to do that. Like it's like the mom text. Like it's not even mean. So the fact that you can't even respond to the guilty mom text, I'm like, really?
I don't get why people don't do that. Like, it's so quick, easy. It doesn't take much to write a simple text saying, you know, explaining. And it's courteous. It's considerate, right?
It is. But you never used to do that. You used
After
to just
3 dates, maybe, I probably would have said something like, oh, I'm just not ready for a relationship. I would have given a BS excuse, but I would have said something.
Something, yeah.
After 3 dates. If it was after 1 date, yeah, I've not responded.
Yeah.
But I think 3 dates.
It was confusing. I was like, oh, yeah, I thought it was going well.
Yeah.
Especially if you think it's going well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, his loss, not yours.
Yeah. I was gonna say people can't handle confrontation. Like it's a thing. Like people just can't, they're so scared of what the response is gonna be that they can't put it out there, I guess.
I think a lot of it is too, like they want this idea that they still have options. It's not even that they want the option, they want the idea of options. Like I never closed the door on that, so maybe I have
that's true.
to say something. I'm like,
Yeah. And with social media, there are so many options out there.
I did see a post recently, though, that Tinder is laying off a bunch of people. Like they're doing like a massive layoff because they're saying that the dating apps are like done. Like they're like no one wants to be on the apps anymore.
Or pretty much all
mostly women. It's a decline in women.
Well, most of our guests aren't on the apps anymore. That's why we started the podcast, because people have just done with the apps.
Well, it's because it does feel like a MEA market.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a nice tenderloin steak. Oh, this is ground beef. This is a ribeye. Like, you're just like...
Well, and I feel there are so many spam accounts. There are so many, like, OnlyFans models out there that try to lure these guys in, and then they're like, they send them to their OnlyFans account and ask them to pay. Right? They're escorts.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Well, and when you monetize something like that, like, on top of that, the app itself is monetized, and it works off of, like, an algorithm for money. So you start to get in this mindset that people are products, and I think that's where people are exhausted. We're exhausted from dating because I'm tired of feeling like a product. Yeah. Because I treat myself like Chanel and you treat me like I'm Temu, and it hurts my feelings.
Oh,
you know,
not
like,
Temu.
I'm not Temu.
You're Gucci.
Yes.
That's funny.
I'm at least Lululemon on sale, okay?
So what do you do in your free time? What are your hobbies?
Most of mine center around my 11-year-old diva.
What's her name?
Her name's Lily Josephine.
Lily? Oh,
yes.
That's a beautiful name, Lily Josephine. I love that.
But she's gotten really into the fact that we're from the South, and she like is trying to embrace her Southernhood, I guess. And I'm like, this is way too close to being a Klan rally, Lily. Like, we got to get it back to like casual Southern, sweet Southern. She's like, but I just want to know like sweet tea and blah blah. And I'm like, okay, if this is your identity, this is your identity. She's gotten into makeup now, so she's
how fun. It's a fun age.
It's really brutal because she'll tell me what certain things look like. So I'll put on an outfit and she'll be like, you look like Cheese Whiz. And I'm like, and I'm never wearing this again. So we went through like, as I'm moving, we've gotten rid of so much of my closet because she's just like given me the 11-year-old impression of what my clothes look like as a millennial mom. And it's been really, really sobering.
Kids are the toughest critics. Like, they will just say whatever.
Yeah, they will.
Literally whatever is on their mind.
Mom, your teeth are yellow. Mom, you need to put your hair down because you look older when you wear your hair up. Like, they're so honest.
How old are yours?
7 and 8. And then Grayson is 14.
Okay, so you get it then.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're so honest. But I appreciate it, you know? Okay, time to whiten my teeth.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, great. That's a new insecurity unlocked. I didn't realize that. She'll be like, you realize you like bite the side of your cheek sometimes. And I'm like, didn't. Now I do.
And then you're super like hyper aware of it. Yeah.
Yep. So are you looking to get married? Are you looking to have more kids? What are you looking for?
Okay, so I'm at peace with the amount of children, the whole one I have with my financial, like being a teacher, you're like, monetarily, can I afford another one? But if my partner really wanted kids of his own, I'd be excited about that. I am looking for like a marriage, but I feel like people hyper focus on that being, when you tell people that, I think they get in this idea of like, whoa, this is all going to be business and serious. And that kind of like deflates the fun out of it. I kind of just want to date someone, and then if we end up getting married, that's cool.
Kind of go with the flow.
Not like, well, there's a plan, but it's like a light blueprint. There's nothing like at the 7-month mark we're doing that. Like,
yeah,
there's not this scary timeline. It's more like, okay, we care about each other and we're progressing naturally in a healthy, normal dynamic. Because all of those marriage proposals were within under a year. So now I'm just kind of like, okay, if it's within 6 weeks, that's probably not a good time for him to ask me. He should not ask me to marry him in 6 weeks.
Like, he doesn't even know me
yet.
Yeah.
And then like 6 months, still probably not a good time. Like, so.
Do you move really fast in relationships historically? Is that sort of like your pattern?
I think that I moved at their pace, and their pace was always trying to hide something. So, like, every time I've been dating now, it's been with this intention of, like, and we're slowing things down.
Okay.
But I do want, like, a clear timeline, kind of, like, just some safety. Women just want safety.
Yeah.
We're not really difficult creatures, honestly.
Yeah.
We're complex creatures, but we're not difficult. Like, as long as you make me feel comforted and safe, and like you are actually listening to what I say, we could probably actually just be fine for the longest time. It's not difficult.
What are your deal breakers?
Ooh, I'm sorry if you are in the halfway house. It's just a no for me right now. Like, I think you just need to feel better about yourself before we talk. Yeah, so halfway houses are probably a no. Recovering addicts, I don't think we're on the same timeline. That was really stressful. That was a stressful date, like too stressful. If you hate kids, like, I think that's real. Like, if you hate children, something's going on here that you probably still need to unpack. Hopefully you've been to therapy. That's probably like, you don't think therapy's for pansies. There's the P word I wanted to use.
Therapy's becoming quite popular now, and a lot of people like it when people go to therapy because it shows that you're doing the work on yourself. So you're in a better place to be in a relationship.
And you have to at least be open to it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you don't have a whole bunch of childhood trauma to unpack, like, I understand you don't want to pay for therapy, but like, maybe you should just go, like, just to see. What else? Financially stable doesn't mean that I want to be taken care of. But if that is your natural inclination, far be it from me to say anything. Like, we can figure that out. But it's not like, I want to be taken care of in this and way. Like, I have heard of horror stories from the other end of males dating women where they're like, she expected me to buy her a purse on the first date, and the purse was like a Chanel bag. Like, and then she expected to have a weekly allowance. And I'm like, were you dating a sugar baby? Like, I'm really confused here.
Why?
So that's definitely not my desire. But like, I have my own job. I do buy my own shoes. I mean, they are not Chanel, but I do buy my own shoes. I'll be okay.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it. The Keep More Minute, brought to you by Tactical Tax Strategies. They help you keep more in your wallet. We help you keep more in your relationship. So we have listener question for this little segment. That took you by surprise, didn't it? She's like, what are we ready for?
Oh.
Okay. So the question this week is from social media. It says, he moaned his ex's name twice. It happened during sex, not once, but twice. He says it was an accident. I say it's a psychological crime. What do I do with this?
Twice? I don't know. That would... First time, maybe I'd let it slide. The second time, he's got to have feelings for her still, right? Don't you think? I wonder how long ago they broke up. She didn't say, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm the ex, he probably still is moaning my name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
Same girl. Same.
I'm so sorry. We're so sorry. But like I think you actually at least need to have a conversation.
100%. Because I'd be worried that they're still having sex together. If
Well,
he's still moaning her name twice, like maybe they're still doing
That's
it.
the routine. Are you still in the
Right?
routine? What's the routine?
And either that or she's still so heavily on his brain that he
Yeah.
can't get her out of his head.
It's worrying.
And
I feel.
so it doesn't necessarily mean that he has feelings for her, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're still having sex, but there's something going on where she's still very heavy on his mind, I think.
There's still some sort of emotional connection or spiritual connection to that. And
You know, but like we always say, communication is key. So just have a conversation.
Or just say someone else's name the next time you're doing it and see how he responds. Give him a little taste and be a petty Betty. Like give him a little taste of his own medicine.
How'd you like that?
Or just be a touch toxic and like, this is why aren't you dating Cassie? Because you do this. One of his best friend's names, like
right? Take it the next level. That's the next level. I put us on the edge and you pushed us over.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you loved it. Derek's hairline isn't past his cranium. Oh yeah, okay, Derek's in the lock now. I'm gonna use Derek's name. Like that's terrible.
So now we're going to discuss controversial dating topics.
Oh Lord.
So first date sex, is that still a mistake or is that normal now? Is it empowering or are people still judging? What do you guys think? People say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? But you're not giving away the milk for free because we're all just cows in the pasture, right? Like, is it still controversial nowadays to have sex on the first date? At our age, I mean, come on.
A little bit. It is still controversial, I feel. And I do think there is still a
situations going on,
stigma,
but are people owning it more? And
yeah. I think if you want to do it, just do it.
because how often do you go on a first date and the chemistry is there and you're super attracted to him and it's great? If you have the opportunity, like I would jump on it, literally, you know?
I'm sorry, I'm in my mid-30s. The wind blows and I'm like, yes.
So
If I like you, like I have to like you and have some sort of emotional connection to even want to do that. So if the breeze is blowing and you're funny, if you're funny, honestly, I'm a goner, and we'll figure it out later.
And I feel if a guy's gonna judge you for doing that, you don't want to be in a relationship with him anyways, right?
I feel like it's not as big of a deal as it used to be, but I do feel like it does still raise the question of, does she do this with everyone on every first date, and vice versa? Does he do this with everyone on the first date? So I do think there is still that piece to work through, and then do you trust the person when they say, I don't normally do this? You know what I mean?
I've never done this before.
Exactly. Do you trust that? Like, because if you're doing it with me here on this first date, you know, how many others
It's true.
have you done this with? So I think it's like, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it's like, do what you want, but also realize that there is still consequence and a little bit of a stigma attached to it.
The 3-day texting rule. Does people still follow that rule? Like, should you wait 3 days? Does that mean you're eager beaver if you don't wait the 3 days?
No, I don't think there should be a rule
like
that.
I think nowadays people are into loud looking, they call it, which is just, you know, being very direct about what you want, which I love. So I think people aren't waiting the 3 days. They're just, you know, saying what they want right off the bat and not thinking too much about it. Because that's so lame to put rules and, I can't text her today because it's only been 2 days. You know, like how lame is that?
Yeah. Well, by that time, I think you've lost interest just because of how quickly dating
That's actually a good point. 3 days is like so long nowadays with social media.
Yeah. I saw a video of this woman and she said, she was like, if you're not texting me every day, there's another man who is.
It's kind of
true.
true.
It's like, that is kind of true. Whereas like if you are in that space where you're dating with intention and you are trying to build something with that person, if you're not in their inbox in some way, whether it's a text or social media or an email or a phone call or whatever it is, if you are not in some sort of communication with them every day, there's probably somebody else that is.
Good catches are getting inundated on social media, whether it be Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, with messages.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you wait, you snooze, you lose.
You snooze, you lose.
I'm just, by that time, I'm like, okay, well, this guy was not interested. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
I take it as a sign of disinterest too.
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And moving forward.
Which leads you to number 3, playing hard to get. Do people really want what they can't have? I feel like a lot of women do like the chase. Don't you think?
Yeah,
If
but
a guy
men
is
do
too
too.
eager,
I think both. I think everyone likes the chase a little bit, don't they?
I don't know. I never really did. But then I feel like it's double-edged because then the nice guys typically do finish last, right? So I don't know.
Okay.
What about...
Sorry.
I was going to say, what about you? Do you like the chase?
So I'm rooting for the nice guy.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm dealt with enough trauma and enough bad boys to be like, you know what? If you are a nice guy, it's because you're strong enough to make sure everyone is getting across the finish line before you do. And in the bedroom, you really do hope he finishes last. So, like, that's what I'm hoping for, is be the nice guy.
Yeah.
And I would like a little chase, like maybe give me a couple of hours of confusion, but I don't like being confused.
And I think games are frustrating. I think whenever anyone's playing, quote unquote, hard to get, it's frustrating.
And juvenile.
And very juvenile. Yeah.
And to be honest, I just don't have time for it.
Exactly.
And why waste time? If you like someone and they like you, just be together. Why play games?
Yeah.
Why prolong it?
Well, if you're playing a game, you're probably going to miss out on a date with me because I can't get childcare then.
That's funny.
We're done. Sorry.
Should your partner have your phone passcode?
I don't see why not.
I feel like if you have nothing to hide, why do you have to keep it a secret? Why do you get upset that they have your passcode? You know, some people are very territorial and don't like it.
I feel like we've talked about this before because I said I need someone to have the passcode to my phone so they know which pictures to use for my funeral slideshow. like you know what I mean? Like I need somebody to be able to get into my phone so they can go into my photos.
That's what you think
so that I can have a bomb ass funeral slideshow.
Your wake. You want your wake to look good.
Yes, of course, because my
so
funeral is
funny.
going to just be like a big party, and it's like I need my life. I need everybody to remember all of the great times they had with me throughout my life. And how is anyone going to be able to get those photos off my phone if they don't have my phone passcode?
But I'm sure if like you pass, like you can go to the phone store, and this has happened. I'm sure it's happened before where they figure out a way to get in the phone. Now we're getting technical. Can you be friends with the opposite sex? This one I don't know. Can you? People say you can, but I feel like one of them always wants something more.
It's hard, but if you set boundaries, I feel like
it's
you
the
can.
men that always want to bang the
The
woman.
men always want more, I think.
Like you say, you have a lot of guy friends, and you say they wouldn't, but I guarantee they would.
I don't know. The thing is, I'm very good friends with her uncle, and he's one person who I know I'm not his type physically. Like, I know I'm not. I'm taller than him. I'm not Asian.
Do you think
So,
they
I don't
can be
know.
friends, men and women?
I honestly, all of the guy friends that I've had in my life really struggle to be my friend in a relationship, and I think that told me a lot about the way they see me. And I think it's really hurtful because it's like, oh, you weren't my friend, you wanted to sleep with me. Like,
Yeah. You have to try to sniff that out, I feel like, in the beginning, because it's that intention or whatever. But a lot of times I think you just have to be careful and set boundaries, because I do think that it's a slippery slope into the more than friends.
I do have one guy friend, and we actually just kind of use each other as emotional support through dating. And I think that's our boundary. Like, because he's dating people, but he'll ask me sometimes like, I don't feel like planning a date. And I'm like, dude, that's your job. I'm not dating her. So like just reinforcing that boundary and just being like, this is not a dynamic where you're going to get like free emotional labor here.
Could you date him?
It's a confusing slope. It's a slippery slope. Like that's just like, he's terrified of children. So I was like, deal breaker.
Yeah, deal breaker for sure.
I think you can only be friends with the opposite sex if you're not attracted to them physically. Because I
But
think
I
if
feel like
there's
one of the partners is always attracted.
physically attracted,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
Ghosting, ever justified or always trash behavior? Sometimes ghosting is self-care, they say. Or is that just what toxic people say? What do you think?
That's just what toxic people say.
I think you're a child and you shouldn't be dating if you ghost people.
Yeah.
I agree, but devil's advocate, do you think some people need to be ghosted? Like the really persistent ones that just don't stop and you try to give them the hint and they don't take the hint? At some point, do you feel you need to just stop responding?
You need to stop hinting and be direct and say, please stop contacting me. I will not I will not be responding after this point. And then you can ghost and block or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that just ghosting is ever an okay thing to do.
Treat other people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liking old pictures on Instagram, is that flirty or being creepy? I think that's creepy. When you get like 250 notifications from the same person liking all your pictures and the pictures are like from 10 years ago. Don't you find that kind of creepy? They're going through all your old pictures.
I think that's lazy love bombing.
I think it's lazy love bombing too. It's a little, and it's a little flirty because there are, I got some good pictures from a long time ago.
Yeah, I was kind of cute.
So like, go through my stuff.
You're like, oh yeah, that was a good picture.
Yeah, it like kind of reminds me. I'm like, oh yeah, look how good I looked in that picture.
That is hilarious. Do you owe someone honesty if you're just there for the vibes? There's a fine line between honesty and killing the mood. If we both know it's not going anywhere, is it lying or just polite delusion? Because if you're just having fun, do you really need a serious conversation?
My policy on this. My policy is always honesty. Like if I don't feel a connection with someone romantically, I am the first one to say, hey, I don't really see this going anywhere romantically, but like this is a really cool concert we're at, or this is a really cool food truck festival you invited me to. Like I'm still open. I am going to stay here and hang out by myself because I'm here and it's fun. And so if you would like to stay and hang out with me, you are more than welcome to, but it's not a romantic thing for me.
I guess it's always better to be honest so that you're on the same page.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think?
I think it's more confusing for me when other people aren't honest. And that's stressful because I'm like, am I infringing on your boundaries? Am I disrespecting you with my behavior in some way if we aren't on the same page? So like, I'll casually be like, so are we like just chilling? Is this like one time hangout? Like it's not going to bother my feelings, but.
Talking to multiple people, normal or shady? You're not exclusive until there's a conversation, right? I think that you can talk to as many people as you want until you've had that conversation. What are we? What are we doing, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
I think it, once again, I'm just a golden retriever trapped in this angry little body. So like I already have decided like I have feelings for you long before we've actually had the conversation, right? So I'm probably not talking to anyone the same way I'm talking to you. But I don't think it's like bad behavior to be talking to multiple people. It's just that it's something I can't do.
Do you think people need to be honest about, hey, just to let you know I am talking to other people?
No, I think that's implied. If you haven't had a conversation about exclusivity, I think it's implied that you're both talking to other people. Yeah. And it's interesting because I see all the time on the, are you in the Are We Dating the Same Guy group?
Yeah.
So all the time girls will be like, just started talking to this guy, wondering if he's talking to anyone else. And it's like, yes, bitch, he's talking to other people. Like you literally just said, I just started talking to him. Why would he not be talking to other people?
And it's perfectly okay if he is talking to other people.
And it's perfectly okay if he is. Like, if you just started talking to him, clearly you guys haven't had a conversation yet that you're only dating each other. And if you haven't had that conversation yet, he's more than welcome to talk to whoever he wants.
Yeah. Last one, is it okay to be friends with your ex? I feel that if you're in a new relationship, it's disrespectful to be friends with your ex. But if you're single still and you're okay with it, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I have one really close friend that is an ex. And I would be lying if I said that relationship has blocked probably some blessings in my life. You know what I mean? Like, you probably have blocked yourself by having that friendship. So, like, setting boundaries there. You can be cordial to them. You can be, like, respectful, but it doesn't mean that you guys should be, like, besties hanging out on the weekends.
And I think it's situational, too. I think it depends on how deep and involved the relationship was. If it's an ex, quote-unquote ex, if it's someone that you just went on a few dates with, you were never really exclusive. So you call them your ex because you kind of dated, but figured out you were better as friends. I don't see a problem with that. But if it's someone that you dated for, 3, 4, 5 years, never had kids with, never got married to, and it ended, I don't know why there's a reason to still be friends with someone that you had super, super deep romantic feelings towards. I feel like it just gets in the way.
So now it's time for the celebrity cut, where we marinate in the juices of the celebrities. So did you see that interview that Charlize Theron was on with Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy? Did you see that? So I always liked Charlize Theron, but I fell in love with her even more after this interview because she was very candid, very real. She was talking about how she recently shagged a 26-year-old because she's 49. And she's like, yeah, I recently banged a 26-year-old and it was fucking amazing. It was fucking fantastic. She was just raw and real, which I appreciated, But Megyn Kelly, Megyn Kelly, she slammed Charlize Theron, like just went off. She was trashy and vulgar and inappropriate. She needs to act her age. She's one of the biggest celebrities. She needs to act like it. Why does she need to act like someone she's not? Why does she need to pretend to be someone? Why does she need to filter herself?
Yeah, let her live her life.
Right?
There are multiple male celebrities that have dated 25-year-olds and below, right? So I'm really confused. Is that just the double standard?
Exactly. And Megyn Kelly said, oh, also, I think she's lying about the 26-year-old. I don't think she did bang a 26-year-old. What 26-year-old male would not bang Charlize Theron? I'm a married woman, straight woman, and I would bang Charlize Theron. Seriously. Why is that so hard to believe?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Everybody needs something to talk about.
It's true, yeah. Where is your favorite place to go on a first date?
Okay, so when men around here hear that like I'm in Scottsdale, they kind of get this impression that there's certain really weird standards, but like mine are family spots. This is so dumb, but like Diego Pops is one of my go-tos. Yes, or like I want to sit down and eat. I love people that want to like actually be able to multitask, but if I'm trying to play top golf and actually look decent, I'm not spending time actually thinking about what you're saying. I'm going to be honest. So if I'm actually on a first date, it's like Diego Pops or Grimaldi's.
I love Grimaldi's.
Or just went to a place the other day that was actually really good. The Pear and
The Perfect Pear?
Yeah, the Perfect
That
Pear.
place is delicious. That grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, I love a good grilled cheese. Do they put tomato on it?
They have a bunch of different options.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
And
I'm
Evo has some of the best drinks.
Oh, yeah, Evo's good.
So like just, I don't know, something like that.
Now it's time for Zoyo and Tell, sponsored by Zoyo, your neighborhood yogurt. So rapid fire questions to really get to know you. The best or worst pickup line you've ever heard? Or a pickup line you like to tell?
Okay, this one was so dumb, but it was like, so I just talked to future me and he said that today I'm talking to my wife. Where are we going? It was something so dumb as that.
That's kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute, yeah. Favorite body part on a partner?
I love hands.
Hands?
Yeah.
What gives you the ick?
Like, just grosses me out, period. Just human indecency. Like, you are not a decent human being. You're not a good person. It grosses me out.
Is watching porn considered cheating?
What type of porn? Like, what am I?
Maybe just regular old porn. Is that cheating?
I mean, if you're really bad at it and you really need some techniques, you're trying to go for, I would just like, let's just have a conversation about it.
Before you're intimate, is it appropriate to ask your date how many people they've been with?
I love the fact that you really are into counting things. You probably need to get tested. But,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Is it acceptable to have sex on a first date?
Sometimes you break rules.
Should you disclose mental health issues early on in a relationship?
What do we call it? Mental health. I think you should be honest and candid. If it is going to affect the dating dynamics, you should be candid.
And what is your favorite sexual position and why?
Oh, wow.
Save the best for last.
Honestly, I just like a man's body weight on me. I don't know, just crush me. It doesn't matter the position. Just I want to feel kind of crushed. I'm tired of being on top. You guys are lazy. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week at the Meat Market, and thank you so much, Cassie. If you want to snag a date with Cassie, go to at Meat Market Podcast on any of our social media platforms and send us a DM. And thank you to our sponsor, Tactical Tax Strategies. If you want to keep more of your own money in your own wallet, you need to go to Tactical Tax Strategies. We'll see you next week at the Meat Market. Oh my God, I just totally got catfished. He looks absolutely nothing like his picture.
So I found out the guy that I've been dating is married with kids. His wife just reached out to me.